I guess I'll do it.
You always
Hello
start.
and welcome to another episode of Cranial Diarrhea, coming to you not from Area 57. I'm Tim.
And I am Dad. And tonight we're going to talk about something really cool. I was listening to a radio program the other night, and I won't say the name of it, but it's basically Art Bell's old show that they do overnight,
Can I do something real quick?
coast to coast. Yes.
Okay. So, granddaughter, got some teachers to watch the show, and I said that if they kept watching, I would do a shout out. So, Miss Sparks, third period. Hello. Thank you for everything you do for Angela. Okay, continue.
All right. So this show is talking about how people like are related or close or whatever, and they're kind of able to have, and I forget what they called it, but like say if they're looking at a certain, thinking of a certain color or whatever, the other person can kind of interpret that. So I thought we would try some of that tonight. Oh,
Wait,
thank
I'm
you.
confused.
It's kind of like, what do they call that? Mental telepathy or something. Where when people are close, they kind of, if they're
ESP. So you want to think of something and you want me to guess it.
right. I thought that would be fun.
This is gonna. I did. I did. I gave her the shout. You want to say hi? Hi. Okay. It's hot. It's too hot to be climbing on me.
So I'll let anybody here guess, and it's going to be like, I'm going to have like a certain number or a color or something like that. She's going to go eat sushi. That sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
But then,
So you're gonna think of something. You're gonna tell me what
like a category.
category, and then I'm gonna tell you what you're thinking.
Yes.
Oh, this
And
is-
I'll even give you like
This is not
parameters.
gonna go well. Okay.
I just wondered, I mean, because they were talking about it the other night and said this is a common thing. I didn't realize that was a common thing. Kind of like you seeing colors with people. I didn't realize that was a common thing.
Apparently, it's not as common as I thought it was. I thought everybody did that.
No.
No, we don't do
No.
that.
All right, so the first one we're going to be, I'm going to think of a color.
Now?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Oh, you're thinking. You haven't thought
No,
it
I've
yet.
got it.
A primary color?
Orange.
What's a primary color?
That's the colors of the rainbow.
Oh,
Orange.
it was blue. Well, that didn't work well, did it?
Well, I went with logic.
Or orange, CT.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I have orange on that. Okay. All right, so here we go. You give me you take a category. That's what we'll do. She'll give us a category, and we both say, on the count of three, we both say what our response is.
So we're guessing what she's thinking of.
No, she's going to say the category, then you're going to try to guess. We're going to take a second. You're going to guess what I'm thinking. We're both going to reply.
You make no sense what you're saying.
Okay, so like she's going to say, pick a
Game
number.
night must be amazing with you.
Yes. See, I always
So she's
win.
gonna give you a category. You're
She's-
gonna guess, and then you're gonna think of something.
And
I'm
then
gonna
we-
guess.
And we're both going to say it at the
And
same
then-
time
Okay.
to see if you're like she's
You're
going
not
to say
guessing me. You're just telling.
No,
what
I'm
you
just
thought.
telling
Okay,
my
Got
number.
it. Got it.
or whatever it is.
Cartoon character. I know what his is.
Daffy Duck.
Bugs Bunny.
Oh.
We're going to say it at the same
Oh,
time.
sorry.
But you were in the same category. It's cartoon.
I don't know why I went Daffy.
Well, I said cartoon.
It's kind of like the Billy Squire thing. That's just.
I know.
different.
Why would you do Billy Squire? Of all people, Billy Squire.
Favorite nonfiction book.
Something about the U.S. government.
Pretty much. That's about what I was thinking. I was like, which one? It's a lot of political books. So.
Boring.
Favorite fiction.
Fiction book. Cat in the Hat.
I was going to
I was
think.
thinking
Oh, you gotta think. I'm sorry.
monsters. Characters like Freddy Krueger.
Oh, fiction character.
Mhm.
Okay. Fiction
That's what I was
character.
thinking.
Okay, so fiction character. Let me think here.
It's not an all-night thing, dear.
Takes me a minute. I have to process. It's a slow process. Okay, I got it.
Right? Yeah. Gomer
Axel
Pyle.
Foley.
Damn it. What'd you
I had
say?
Gomer, but I switched it to Axel Foley.
I don't even know who that is.
That Eddie Murphy and Beverly Hills Cop, Axel
Oh,
Foley.
okay.
Yeah, you need to say their real name here.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay.
not the character.
Okay.
Okay. Favorite sitcom of the 80s?
It's got to be of the '80s.
Okay.
Okay.
Not about the 80s,
But
in the
in
80s.
the '80s.
Okay.
Okay.
Alf.
Urkel.
Damn it.
Alf, was he '80s?
Yes.
That's your favorite.
I thought he was 70s. That's why I didn't say
Is that
it.
really your favorite?
Yes, it
Oh,
was.
I didn't know that.
I thought that was like late '70s. But that was '80s? Okay, so it was Alf. You did
And
good
you
on that.
know, you probably don't even know this one, but another favorite of his was Howard the Duck.
Oh, I love Howard the Duck, the
You ever
movie.
seen that one?
Yeah, that
Howard
makes sense.
the Duck.
That makes sense.
Let's think.
You were right on that one because I was thinking Alf was
No,
like
no,
late
I wasn't
70s.
because that's not what you thought. That's not the rule of the game.
Well, I did think Alf, but I said it was late '70s, so I had to go '80s. Okay.
How about, let's think.
So far we're what 1 for 6 or something like that.
All-time favorite band.
That's easy.
Definitely not Metallica.
Now band, not solo artist, right?
Band.
Uh, we ready? Morris Day in the Time.
I do like them.
That's all you made me listen
I
to going
really
to
do
Knoxville.
like them, but my favorite band of all time would have to be Van Halen.
Oh, I thought Van Halen too.
Yeah, Van
and I
Halen.
went, wait a minute.
But
He
I do
tortured me
like
with
Morris Day and the Time are amazing. They were, and I think they're still performing.
I have no idea.
I think they actually did a tour here recently.
Sorry, Morris Day in the Time.
Not my cup of tea.
See. Favorite choice of beverage.
Like what I would like to have or what I have to
Favorite
do.
choice of beverage.
Easy. Here, I'm gonna give you some help.
No, I just keep going with Diet Dr. Pepper that burns.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
His
Diet Dr. Pepper.
favorite choice is Dr. Pepper, but
Diet Dr.
That
Pepper.
Yours
burns.
is wine.
It has to burn.
Yeah, it has to have that kick.
Not anymore. I've moved on.
you eat your sushi? Sushi?
I'm a fickle human being.
Let's see here. Greatest pet peeve.
Oh wow, greatest pet peeve. I have to think about that one.
We're trying to think of what each other would think
Hmm.
by what I'm saying.
I don't know what yours would be, but I'm going to say the first thing that comes to my mind. And it's probably because it's mine, but it is what it is.
I'm still trying to think of mine. I don't know that I have a pet peeve. Do I
You know
have a pet
mine? No.
peeve?
Angela said, is it me? Am I the pet peeve?
Let's see. Pet peeve.
Something that irritates you more than anything in this world.
Oh, I think I know
did it
yours.
irritate me today? Not having channel 2 because the TV and the UT game was on channel 2. Just do your job, people. Get channel 2 back.
I'm
He
torn.
made me cry because he yelled at me.
I don't.
So channel two's not
All
on
right.
because they can't come to an agreement.
Yeah, I know. That's what they said.
All right, so pet peeve.
Greatest
I
pet
can't believe
peeve
you didn't yell.
is
We're
You want to finish
on
this
camera.
first, okay.
greatest pet peeve is I'm still blank. But
Stupid
some,
people. People that are stupid.
yeah,
Don't use common
people that
sense.
don't use common sense.
Oh,
Does
see, I was torn
that does kinda
between
bother
Dirty
me.
House and Liars.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, liars is mine.
That's mine too.
You don't use common sense.
Oh, I use common sense classes.
He's
He
book
does
smart. He's
have
not
to.
street smart.
I'm both smart.
At school, yeah, he has to deal with teenagers every day.
I have
Okay.
some fun stories to tell you.
That was a tough one.
It really wasn't that difficult.
It really
You're just
wasn't.
thinking about it too hard.
I guess so. Yeah, I'm gonna quit thinking so hard.
Let's see.
Favorite child.
Favorite vacation spot.
Vacation spot.
Oh, that's easy.
3, 2, 1.
The beach.
Panama City Beach. Is it Panama?
It's the beach.
Just
I
the
don't
beach in
care.
general.
Yeah, he doesn't care where it is. Now that we're
Some-
older, he likes Gulf Shores better.
Yeah, because it's more calm. But it's something about the ocean. And
Navarre is pretty chill
you
too.
know, I don't even
Yeah.
care about getting in the ocean anymore. It's just more of like
Oh, I
being
do.
on the deck.
I
And,
want
or
to cool
whatever you call it.
off. I want to lay under the canopy, and I want to go into the water when I'm hot.
See, I like to lay at the swimming pool
I
because I
want to
don't want
watch
the
all the
sand all over
crabs.
me.
I want to people watch and
So-
narrate their lives. I do that.
See, I don't. I mean, I'll go for a walk or something.
Not like we'll
Where
have.
am I?
There'll be two
That's
people.
what I do.
There'll be two people
That
in.
is what you do.
There'll be two people in the water, and I'll be like, "Look, Karen, look how I can swim." Oh, Todd, that's amazing. Like, yeah, that's what I do.
Where'd our kid go? Where'd little Timmy go? Did we
Where'd
find
Timmy
him?
go? Oh
You really do that?
no.
I do too. Not to that, but in every
I
scenario.
do.
Am I the weird one here? Because I don't do that.
I create stories
I
for
guess
people.
I just don't pay attention to anybody else. I'm pretty much. I turn my music on and just kind of relax.
People watching is like a sporting event.
That's why I'm so nosy.
Now I will tell you this.
I know every conversation
She,
that's going around,
yes,
going on around us at every
Any-
restaurant.
Mm-hmm. Same.
and every person that's moved or come in or went out, and she'll ask me something. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Alright.
Put your face first in
Oh,
that
here we
plate.
go. What is your favorite type of food? Like Mexican, Italian,
Oh, not specific.
French. Yeah.
Oh yeah. 3. Oh, you got it. 3, 2, 1. American.
that's
America.
gotta be the cheeseburger.
Burger. That's
Cheeseburgers.
same for y'all.
America.
Cheeseburgers. Let's hear it for the cheeseburgers.
Ooh.
Me and my water here after 7. Thank
So
you,
why
granddaughter,
do we
for getting this.
because of the color changing cup?
Oh, that's cool. I
wondered-
was wondering. I was like, I'm gonna take a drink. I was like, oh,
I
that's
saw
some
him
good water.
hesitate. He hesitated. He was like,
Yeah, because it's only water after 7.
No.
Hmm.
Cups are color changing.
"It's only Truly's after
Mine?
7."
Yeah.
I don't see the color.
So,
They're
okay,
bright.
if you
Oh.
eliminate cheeseburgers, okay, you can't have cheeseburger. Mine would have to, at that point, I would go to the pizza Italian.
Probably same. Pasta.
Yeah.
Pasta.
See, I don't do a lot of pasta.
Pasta pudding next
I don't care.
You like spaghetti.
I like spaghetti,
You
angel
don't
hair
like
pasta,
thick pasta.
but like
fettuccine
macaroni and
stuff like
cheese and all that stuff. No.
I like lasagna. I like spaghetti. I made some bomb ass cheese stuffed. What was it?
that.
Ziti? Rick?
Oh, ziti?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love, used to love ziti, especially for Sicilians, but I got food poisoning off of it, and I won't touch it.
Is ziti the little like?
No, it's the red ones.
I don't like it.
Any whore.
You like the ones, oh, I know.
Any whore.
What is your favorite meal that is simple to make?
Oh, that's easy.
I know it.
That's easy. Here, I'm gonna get. Did you get it?
That is not how telepathy works.
Something in the crock pot.
No.
Oh, it's like this.
Oh, no, hey, don't use your whole hand. It looks like a Nazi salute.
Huh? No, they did the thing up there.
I know, but if you
Silly?
put it up here,
I don't know.
Cheeseburger, hamburger, helper.
Hamburger help ya.
Yeah.
we don't
Teresa,
know our
let-
hamburgers.
You didn't do that when your mom didn't do that when you were growing up?
Yes, and that's why I'm not fond of
Oh,
it
I
now.
love it. When we
Mom,
first
what
got
is this
married,
stuff with
that's
the
pretty
sauce
much
on it?
what Teresa could
Crab.
cook.
Can I have one?
Yep.
All right, so what's next? That was a good question. That was an easy one.
What is your favorite specific genre of music?
Yours?
Not just rock, like heavy metal.
That's
rock.
okay, but his interpretation of heavy metal, it's hair metal.
Right.
It's
That's what I
hair
like.
metal. It's not heavy metal.
But here recently, I've been listening to a lot of Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin, but it's hair metal.
That's because you're old. You're getting
It's hair
old.
metal.
Yeah.
I was excited the other night. We were watching. What
I'm
was
gonna
that
come.
show?
I'm gonna come over one time. You're gonna be sitting in your recliner with an Afghan on, with a cup of warm tea, listening to Michael Bolton.
No, you
I
won't
don't
catch.
think
Yeah.
that will
No,
ever happen.
listen,
Not
that's
knock
the
on
Billy
wood.
Squire fans that do that. They
No, listen. You know
graduate
what
to
I was
that.
gonna do today? I was gonna walk in playing Billy Squire on my phone, do a few dance moves.
Now, you might walk in with me with an Afghan,
He does do that already.
got my heavy metal going,
Because he gets cold.
hair
Because I
metal.
keep the house with
You
him.
should go at some point when you're done eating. Go get the blanket I made you.
So,
Did you say what
but,
blanket?
I said the blankie.
Yes.
but yes, hair metal would be the correct
What
answer.
about you?
Me?
He's more of the,
My taste in music is so eclectic. It's a little bit of everything. Here
but see,
lately,
that's what
I've been on a '90s country kick.
What?
I listen to,
Yeah, I was a huge country fan in the '90s. Absolutely.
see, I don't do country, but I do old
Did you guys
country.
hear about Jimmy Buffett?
Oh, we did.
Die.
My grandfather got a call at like
I
7 a.m.
do old country,
Wait,
like
why did he get a
Hank
call?
Williams
Because
Jr.
they
and
were
all them.
close.
But I
He used
do,
to manage him, didn't he?
No, he was. Jimmy Buffett slept on their couch while he was recording the first album. My grandfather played drums and the kazoo, I think, on the first album. And they stayed friends.
Why don't we get discounts at Margarita?
but I have a range of music too, like
Yeah.
blues,
It
Frank
depends on
Sinatra.
what mood I'm in. Like
Right.
today when I was doing my hair, I was listening to like 90s hits, not country, but just 90s hits,
You're right.
you
It's
know?
in general.
Yeah. Little
Yeah.
Ace of Base.
Yeah, I mean, I listen to a little bit of everything.
Hi,
Um,
stop sign.
I think the only thing I really don't listen to is the more modern
We were
country.
just talking about fish.
I don't
Under the
listen
sea.
to that. I don't know why. I just don't. I guess because it's more like pop now instead of like the old
Yeah.
country. See, when I.
So we're going to do me now?
Yes, now let's do you.
Angela, it's your turn to give me categories. Let's give Nanny a break. She exhausted all her resources.
What is your favorite thing to do when you listen to music?
That's easy.
Read.
Clean.
I was going to say that, but I thought.
Oh,
I thought nobody really likes
I
to
was
clean.
talking more when you make the scenarios.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I
I
like.
make stories.
I do too. I make stories all the time.
But usually when I'm listening to music, it's because I'm either cleaning or cooking, but more likely than not, I'm cleaning. That's all I do every day.
I don't make scenarios for anything.
When we get done, I'll show you my cleaning schedule.
I was
You can,
going to say that's all you do every day.
you can make fun of me.
Work.
Oh, no, but I do work. I work.
No, she told me.
I do work. I use my break and lunch break to clean, and then afterwards,
like
you're
that
gonna get me
little,
fired.
like that little boy on the commercial. Ovid, Ovid.
You cannot lie. You're a terrible liar.
Look at you.
Cover your eyes, not your mouth.
Wait. Do you need another one yet?
I have a whole cooler over here, baby.
She's talking about a question.
No, she's giving categories.
I know that's what she's asking. If you need another
Yeah,
one.
yeah. Sorry, I thought you meant drink. As you see where my brain's at. Go ahead.
What zodiac sign did you say?
What is my zodiac sign? I think that might be a little too easy for him.
Yeah, I don't even know mine. How would it be easy?
Okay.
I don't do that.
Do I need to give you a list of zodiac signs?
I don't know them. I
Okay,
know.
there's Aries, Leo, Pisces, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, and that's it.
Okay, ours is the same.
Oh, this is bad. Daughter and wife, and if I don't get this right, this
Yeah,
could be
because
bad.
we're like a week and a half
All right,
apart.
so March is. I'm going to go with evidently a fish. Um, bass.
You said Pisces, ding dong.
Pisces is a fish.
Oh, I'm not a Pisces.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Because we're in the set. That's right, we are separate.
I'm an Aries. I'm a ram.
I'm a
I'm a
Sagittarius, you're a
fish.
Capricorn.
So what is a what?
Capricorns
What is
are
that?
very sensitive.
No, I mean what is like? You
Okay,
said you're a ram.
zodiac
You're a
signs
fish.
go
What is
hand
the
in hand.
Capricorn?
What
But
is the Capricorn? Is it a goat?
Capricorn
Isn't it a
is
goat?
no.
Greatest of all
I think
time.
it's a
I'm the goat.
fish goat.
I'm
Yeah,
the
it's some.
goat.
it's a fish goat.
It's two goat. A goat is something
You're a
else.
mutant.
Man goat.
You're a
Yeah,
mutant.
no,
What?
I'm
Centaur? You're a
I'm
centaur.
a centaur. He's the one astronaut.
You're a mutant.
Wait a minute. Time
He's
out.
a mutant. I knew it. You're an alien.
It's a goldfish.
Who are you sponsoring? Are you the one narrating?
I'm really always thinking that you're
He's narrating our lives and broadcasting to the alien planet.
Who's the puppet master?
Yeah, it's a goldfish.
A goldfish?
That's your. I guess that's why we're so good together.
A goldfish?
But listen,
Listen, but she's a fish and I'm a ram.
go.
So I'm
And
a,
you're a mixture.
well, that looked like a ram horn on it, so I'm a goldfish.
And I'm a centaur somehow.
Not
That
quite
is
as
a lion.
popular. Not
All right.
not as popular as a goldfish.
Because why am I a centaur when that is a lion?
I haven't seen on it. You look just like him.
So what
Actually, you
is?
don't. You look just like Beverly.
Why would they make somebody a goatfish?
Okay, moving on.
Is that some kind of mystical,
Why is that a
mythical, whatever,
fish?
ancient creature or something?
Hey, can we move on? Because she's gonna get annoyed at you. And
Okay,
stop
but I
making
want to know
these.
where the creatures come
I'll
from that
tell you
represent.
after.
Okay,
Jesus. Favorite animal? Like
Domestic or wild?
either. I know.
My personal
it's a dog.
Bandy.
It's a dog.
Not personal though.
Not personal. Wild, so not domestic. Wild.
Giraffe. Penguin. A
Sea
zebra.
turtle.
Sea turtle. That was my next guess.
No,
Everybody likes sea turtles. That's so.
Mine is a dog and a wolf. There's not a big difference.
what's your favorite what?
Mine is
Animal,
a Big Mac
domestic
and a
or
Whopper.
wild?
Giraffe.
Got the sea jam going.
Give me another one.
Yeah.
Favorite color?
Oh, that's gonna be easy. Give it to me. It's my favorite color.
Blue.
Yeah.
What's mine?
I said teal.
Ours is
Varying shades of blue. Teal, turquoise,
That's blue, though.
What's mine?
blue.
Yours is black.
No.
Pink,
No.
red,
No. Yep.
purple.
You got it.
And that's that red is
Indigo.
purple, right?
Indigo, purple, black, blood red has to be.
Indigo
blood
is the
red.
reddish purple, right?
This girl.
And indigo reddish purple.
I think it's blue, purple.
Oh, I thought it was reddish. That's why I said that.
I think so. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
So good on you.
I need to go back and dye my hair. Like a month is when we have to re-dye my hair.
Yeah, right before
What color are you gonna do it
fall
next?
pictures.
Red.
Back to red.
That color? That red? Yeah, we'd have to. We can't go any brighter. We've already put dark on it.
Unless you want to go like
Unless we bleach it,
I
and we
should
don't
dye
want to do
my
that.
hair. I should dye my hair.
what hair.
He used to have it dyed blonde, so it looked like
She said, "What hair?"
Favorite book.
I don't.
No. Book theme.
Oh, yours is that
Theme?
serial killer thing.
Topic. Whatever. Theme. Topic.
Then probably some kind of romance book. Could you get lost in the stories and make them up about yourself?
I'm more of a thriller book.
You mean genre?
Yeah, that was the word.
Oh,
You like murder mysteries.
not murder mysteries. Psychological thrillers.
Well, same thing. That's
But my all-time favorite series is called The Hollows. It's my
I
absolute
thought you was
favorite.
gonna say
I
that.
reread it every year.
I thought you was gonna say that movie, that weird movie with David Bowie that they had to be
The
on some
Labyrinth?
serious drugs to make.
No.
Yeah. So what's it called? The Hollow? What's it about? Like a hollow? Like a hollow in the
Hollows.
woods?
The Hollows. It's basically where like all of your paranormal, not paranormal, but your like witches, vampires, uh, werewolves, all that, pixies, they've all come out of hiding because there was a what they called the turn, and it's where a genetically modified tomato caused like a listen, it, it killed off like
Have you ever seen that
millions
movie?
of people, and so those factions of beings outlived the humans, and so now they're public.
Have you ever seen the
Anyway,
movie Attack of the
it's really
Killer
good.
Tomatoes?
I've heard of it. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Okay, what's your favorite?
It's by Kim Harrison, by the way, if anybody wants to.
What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Oh, I like the one when Captain Kirk gets beamed up.
That's Star Trek.
What's my favorite Star Wars movie?
Favorite Star Wars movie has to be the first three, the first trilogy, all three of them.
Yeah.
I didn't like the later ones, and I don't think
I
you did.
liked
I mean, they were okay.
I liked episode 1 because I loved Qui-Gon Jinn, but then he died, and so I was very upset.
I liked Revenge of the Sith because I had a crush on Anakin.
Okay, well,
So, are we going to see any Ninja Turtles?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't think so.
I'm not gonna see Five Nights at Freddy's next month.
Mm-mm. No, and I'll tell you why.
But that was serious. Well, I mean, it's a turtle movie.
And I'll tell you why. So,
Because they're too
I
old to be teenagers.
no. So, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to me will always be the original movies. The nostalgia is there for me. All these newly imagined shows and movies, I just can't. I can't get down with it.
Adding all the races and sexualities.
Yeah, it's not. To me, it's not. It gives me no. It doesn't remind me of my childhood. It doesn't, because it's all new. It's not. It's not what it was.
That's
So,
the other thing that if you notice, like, and I'm not, but Hollywood doesn't seem to come up with new ideas. They just recycle stuff.
well, but when they recycle, they do it in the name of change and improvement, and it is rarely that. So,
Well, it's not the same as the original.
yeah.
I think
Like,
Politically correctness.
like
yeah,
all
there's
the-
that, and it just literally. I'm sorry, but you can't put out a live action turtle movie and then 30 some odd years later you're putting out animated and it's
Yeah.
completely different, and it's just, I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. Sorry, that's not nailed in. I know that you're looking
I was
at
gonna
that.
say that
No,
board is crooked.
he leaned that up there and it's just stayed there ever since.
Okay. I was like, I know Jimmy, that would have bothered him
Mhm.
to no
I'm
end.
gonna go see Five Nights at Freddy's in a month. Pays on August.
Poor Ken. What did that Ken do to you?
Who's almost?
Pays on August.
Definitely.
Where are you going to?
So
Go see the new Five Nights at Freddy's in like a month.
I think that experiment failed.
I think that was unsuccessful.
That was
very
very
yeah.
unsuccessful.
But it was worth a shot.
You didn't give me an any turn. Don't say it.
So I think it's time to move on. MoveOn.com.
So, what's your suggested topic?
Well, that will be for the next show. Goodbye, Richard.
See you, Una.